What's up, folks? It's me, Big Kid Bikes, back at the chop shop. So today I'm going to take a little ride on the dirt bike. I put a 152 jet in, so it's a lot smaller than the 158 that was in. Definitely a lot smaller than the 165 that it came with. Bike runs great. Wendy Testerberger, of course. And there she is right there, waiting. So anyway, just going to go back over a little ride that I did a week ago yesterday, in which I did get a bit of footage, and I had I planned to make a video that day, but in the editing process I erased everything, so I wasn't able to get a vid out. So I will I'll get a few shots of where I'm riding and things like that, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. That ride a week ago, just to let you know, I looped my bike. I was in fifth gear, but I wasn't going really fast. Came upon a rocky downhill wash and pulled in the clutch, hit the rear brake. At first, initially, looking back on it, I thought I had washed out the rear brake, meaning that I had locked it up and slid it. But looking back on it, it was a combination of things. One of the things was my bar clamps. They weren't properly Loctited, so my bars rotated real easy forward. I lost the clutch, and I whiskey throttled and went to the ground. So, I mean, that was basically it. Tore up my leg pretty good, my left leg. It's fine now. Still swollen, cuts and bruises and stuff like that, but I'm good to ride. Something I want to point out, you probably won't be able to tell just by looking at it, but I can. Let's get up in here with my finger. This chain, see how floppy it is? It's super, super loose. That's as tight as I could have adjusted it. You know, you don't need them super tight, but you do need them a bit tighter than this. If you look right, come on, finger, right there, bam, and focus again. That is my axle adjusting whatever. Normally you'd have a block on there, like the YZ, CRs, they all have that. But these trail bikes tend to have these loop things. Anyway, this is adjusted all the way back. So my wheelbase on this bike is as long as it can be. That is a bad thing, I have found out. Mainly through my trial and error. The trial of riding it and the error of wrecking the crap out of it. And I find that in this powdery dirt with this hard tire and the rocks, the thing is dancing all over. But it doesn't look like it in this pic, in this video. I can't really get an angle, but off video, just standing here, you can actually see that the end of the fender and the back tire pretty much line up. Straight up and down, meaning that you can see that it's super long wheelbase from that. So I do need to get different sprockets and chain and shorten up the wheelbase a bit, because this bike is meant to be a good cornering tight woods bike, and with that long wheelbase it's a little rough. So once I shorten the wheelbase up again and get my sprockets and chain right, it'll be the same count front and rear as far as teeth on the sprockets. But once I get it with a shorter chain, brand new, all that, blah, 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 adjust it, it'll handle a lot better. It won't be so loose in the dirt. It's not that bad. I mean, I can ride it out, but it's not exactly right, so. All right, guys and girls, Wendy Testerberger is back running and better than ever. Still looks dirty, but that's all right. She's a Testerberger. I got the new blue clutch lever. We're going to replace the gold one that lost a nut. Same lever, just different color. Works great. Billet vent on my gas. Fixed my petcock by replacing it. Changed the throttle cable. I had a wreck. I looped it out about 1 week ago, actually 1 week ago today, and bent my new shift lever, but I just took it off and rebent it. Boom, it's good. At the time, it had a 158 jet in it from the 165 that was in it when I put it together, and it worked real well. I dropped the needle, and so it ran really good. Oh, my new pegs too down there. Pretty nice pegs. Cheap, but nice. So anyway, I dropped the needle, and that had leaned it out and changed that jet. It leaned it out even more. But the day I wrecked, I ended up riding about, 6 to 8 miles back in second gear because the shifter was stuck and my shift leg was messed up. So she was definitely jetted too high. I fouled a plug, and she was drooling out of the exhaust. So I fixed that. I went to a 152 now. She is super crispy. I'm literally digging trenches in my yard, just blipping the throttle. So yeah, what else? Changed a, right there, from a 15 tooth sprocket down to a 13 tooth. That makes the motor spin 4 times for every one the tire does. So it basically puts the motor in a little bit higher RPM, so it puts it on the pipe a little easier. So not only does it stay hot, but it it doesn't drool out of the pipe and stuff. Stayed with the same 52 tooth back here, and that brand new used chain. So I do need chains and sprockets, but right now they work. Yeah, I call her Wendy Testaburger because, that's a South Park reference. Stan's girlfriend, or wannabe girlfriend, is Wendy Testaburger, and every time he goes to talk to her, he pukes. Well, look at her. She's dirty. She makes me sick. Wendy Testaburger it is, but she is a violent bitch now. I thought she was fast with that 158. She's even worse with this 152. Gets right on the pipe real easy now, and really the only thing I'm lacking is decent suspension. So last week on my ride, when Wendy Testaburger gave me a loop and hurt my leg, I was explaining an Arizona fun fact that involved this kind of dry creek wash. Here's the road I'm riding, and it comes across from here and up from the hills. We have a freaky situation where we don't get great water around here, but in the monsoon season we get flash floods, and here's one of those areas that will flow from that hill up there across the road and down this way. Arizona fun fact. So 1 week ago, when Wendy Testaburger tossed me, I lost my wedding ring. There it is. Sweet. So one thing I haven't told anybody is that last week when I looped, I had made a bunch of clips of my ride showing how beautiful it is. So I just kind of wanted to recreate the ride and go out today and just kind of have fun since, I wrecked. Found my wedding ring. That was cool, still laying right out in the dirt where everybody could see it, really. So cool. It was right in the middle of the road. But man, this place is beautiful. If I could get my screen to turn around here, and it won't. Anyway, here I am in the woods, all peaceful like. You may be able to hear something in the background. There's the highway down there somewhere if you can see it. It's probably better seen over there. But anyway, she's running really good. I said that last time because of the jetting. I had jetted her better, but she still was super rich. I went from a 165 that was actually in it when I first started putting this carburetor on and messing with it to a 158 on that ride, and
when I wrecked, I bent my shift lever and it was caught in second gear basically. So I rode a few miles home in second gear, which obviously isn't super high RPM. Fouled the plug real bad, and the pipe was drooling. Actually, not the pipe. I have pretty good seal on the connection of the pipe at the motor and stuff like that, but the muffler was drooling. So that to me is even worse because, you know, all that drool and oil that's unburnt is getting all the way to my my muffler, my silencer, and then drooling out. And I don't want that because I just repacked my silencer. You know, it's only $7, but damn it, I don't want to keep having to repack silencer just because I'm drooling out the pipe. So anyway, I'm getting ready to turn back and head down this trail towards home. I may go a little further, but we'll see. And, you know, I'll give you a few more updates. I'll actually get some shots of, of the forest around here. So, something interesting. And obviously you can tell I've got a helmet on, and that means that, you know, my big ass is on a bike. So here I am. So ride update, I'm heading home now, but here's how beautiful she is, maybe half mile from home. Anyway, ride update, I was just pulled over for probably about 3 miles up the road by some nice gentlemen, police, forest rangers. I got a warning for not having my bike registered. They were really nice guys, so I'm going to take the chance that they gave me with getting off with that warning. I'm going to go home, put the bike up, and I'm going to go register. But I thought I'd get a quick shot of all the beautifulness before I actually get home. Because, man, I can't help but love this. So here I am back at the chop shop after the ride. I would have got more footage, but of course, you know, I ran into the officers and they were kind enough to let me go with the warning. So I figured, you know, don't screw around, don't fuck these guys over, and just go ahead and go home like I said I would. You know, they were really cool about it. I got a warning. They explained everything to me. So, you know, I don't fuck with cops, you know, because I've never been disrespected by one. So I always respect them and, you know, treat them with common courtesy, and you know, they've always been professional and courteous to me and thanked me for my, you know, for my cooperation. So why mess with them? But yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys you know, enjoyed what little this video was. I am planning on getting a GoPro and a different camera, so I will both have footage of me riding, and I will also be able to do a lot more hands-free shots. Well, hands-free shots at all. So I'll be doing, you know, reviews of certain parts. I'll be, you know, filming work that I'll be doing. And as time goes on, we'll be getting my sons some dirt bikes or quads or whatever they prefer. And the wife, of course, will get something, probably a UTV. She feels most comfortable driving something, so something along those lines. Maybe a four-door would be better for our family. But of course, we'd have individual machines too. So in the following months, you know, this is probably what you're going to see. You know, better footage, more interesting footage, things like that, instead of just me with my scrambled thoughts. And then a couple different shots here and there of not riding. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And, you know, go down to the bottom, like, comment, subscribe. Any suggestions you have or anything like that, I'm always up for. If you have information on the area where I could ride, or heck, if you just want to, you know, you just want to get out and ride too, and holler at me and maybe want to ride, let me know. You know, hit me up at the bottom there.